What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before I get going on our video, y'all smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share the video. Turn on your notifications and go follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV. And if you got a breakdown or a prediction you like me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. We live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m., every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. And then you can also catch me live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's go ahead and get it popping and get into our video. And today we got to talk about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, man. Errol Spence said during the Showtime broadcast yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say, he said it's either now or never for him and Terence Crawford. And we want to talk about that in this video. We're doing this video a little different. For those of y'all that don't know, while on vacation, I did get COVID. So I'm unable to have my camera on because I'm quarantining and I'm in my room, so I don't have my typical setup. So we'll be popping up and doing our videos this way, probably for a week. So just be on the lookout for them. We still gonna make sure we bring y'all this daily content. So this is not your typical live show. My live show is still gonna be Wednesdays and Thursdays. This is just the way that I have to do these videos as I try to recover from this COVID. Now, Errol Spence, though, man, what he said was they asked him specifically about the Terence Crawford fight. He said it's closer now than it's ever been. If it don't happen now, it's never going to happen. It's way closer than it used to be. I think that it's definitely going to happen. Now, you can read that two ways. You can read it, pessimistically, like maybe, there's being salt thrown on the fight. Maybe you can read it as, Spence is not optimistic that it'll happen, but I think it's very optimistic, and I think it's just him telling the truth, right? Like, right now it's for all the marbles. If they fight right now, Terence Crawford has a WBO strap, obviously, as the 147-pound WBO champion. And then you have Errol Spence, who has all three of the other belts. So this fight will be for undisputed at welterweight. If it doesn't happen right now for undisputed, what's the chances of it happening at 154 without undisputed being on the line, or happening later on down the line, with no belts at 147? Like, it is either now or never, and I totally agree with that. Now, for me, I believe that the fight has been done. I think the fight is done. You see Terence Crawford, he's been at Showtime events. He's been very, very adamant that he's confident that they're going to be able to get the business done. And to me, that's a very, very positive sign. That's something that you can be excited for if you're a fan of the sport, if you're a fan of one of these fighters, or you just want to see the best possible fight. So I think that that Errol Spence is just being honest. You got a lot of people that'll read it a different way and be like, oh, he's being negative, or he doesn't really want the fight. He's trying to back Terence into a corner saying it's now or never. But I think it's just the truth. And I think both fighters would agree. Like, if they're not going to fight at 147 for undisputed, then they'll never fight. If they can't come to a deal to fight now, then they'll never come to a deal to fight. So that's why, for me, I think that this is a good quote, and I think it's promising, because I think that shows that Errol Spence understands the gravity of the situation. He understands the urgency of the situation and what needs to happen in order for this fight to get done. And it is kind of now or never. So it's incumbent upon him, and it's very important for his legacy that he get this done, and he reach out to Al Heyman and see what's going on if the fight isn't done already. Again, I maintain that the fight is done. I believe that they're just waiting to tell us, and we're all running around here wondering, hey, what's holding up the fight? Is Terence Crawford pricing himself out? Is the PBC lowballing him? Did he ever really get a contract? Like, they got us going crazy and running around in circles and going back and forth with each other. But I truly believe that that maybe on their end, they probably laughing at all of us because the fight is already done. That's what I'm maintaining, and that's what I'm hoping for as a fight fan. It's just too much optimism, too many people around the situation, like Brian Custer, when he does interviews, when he talks to Derrick James, and you can see Derrick James say that they're already training for Crawford. Just a lot of things lead me to believe that the fight is already done. But if for some reason it's not, then I love to hear that urgency from Errol Spence, because that's where he needs to reach out to Al Heyman, to whoever's doing the negotiating for the PBC, and see what the holdup is. There's no reason that if you're the PBC, that you have the money, you have the resources, and you have the ability, whether it's PBC and Showtime, there's no reason that you have the ability to do all these things for Canelo Alvarez, right? You paid him $40 million to fight Caleb Plant. Gave that man Mexican TV rights. Gave that man, let him put his Hennessy sponsorship on the ring when he fought Caleb Plant. Just let him do a lot of things and gave him a lot of concessions in order to make the fight, and only ask for Caleb Plant to only get like what, $10 million. So you shelled out $50 million for Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed, basically. Then you backdoored that. If you're the PBC, you backdoored that by paying, by offering Canelo. You didn't pay him because he didn't take it, but by offering Canelo another $100 million. Another $100 million they offer Canelo Alvarez. So I can't see those types of things happening if I'm Errol Spence. And then when it comes to my big fight, I'm your homegrown fighter. I'm the guy that's been here the whole time, that you built up. No way I can see you making all these things happen for Canelo Alvarez. And then when it comes to my big fight with Terence Crawford, now all of a sudden money is an issue. Now all of a sudden we don't know what we can do to make the fight happen. Like, nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. So for me, if I'm Errol Spence, I'm going right in the Al Heyman office. Look, man, you got to do everything you can to make this fight happen. That same urgency that he showed in this interview when he said it's now or never, he need to tell Al the same thing, bro. I don't know what Terence Crawford is asking for. I'm not going to pretend to know. I've never said that, right? But I do know that it ain't no $50 million. I would bet that he's not asking for that. I do know that putting together a fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence should be less money than Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. And that's if you pay both fighters $15 million, that's a $30 million fight. You pay Canelo 40 and Caleb Plant 10. So how come we can't get this fight for less? I'm just asking, bro. Just, how does that not make sense? So overall, I hope Errol is showing that same urgency when talking to Al Heyman. I really do. I hope that he's showing that same sense of urgency. I hope that he's letting Al Heyman know that he wants this fight. He needs this fight for his legacy. And that he won't accept no for an answer. He really needs to be on that type of time right now, because the time is now, bro. If you Errol Spence, you don't have much time. You are already struggling at 147. You said you want to move up. This will be your last fight at 147. It needs to be the big one. It needs to be the one for all the marbles. This needs to be the fight that's going to define your legacy. And the only way you get that is if Al Heyman, Steven Espinoza, Showtime, PBC, if they come together and they make this fight happen between you and Terence Crawford. So that's really all I got. I love the urgency from Errol Spence. I love how he's talking. Now we just need to get the fight, man. Y'all stay tuned for our next video. We'll probably drop one more today. But I appreciate everybody stopping in and watching this one, man. Y'all be sure to smash that like button as you in here before we get out of there, man. And, live shows, man. I'll be live Wednesday night and Thursday night this week, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Also live every Sunday morning. I'm with KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate everybody watching this video. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.